Okay, good morning. So we're up to Siman Reish Nun Ches. This is continuing our discussion of Hatzmona. What we'll end up today, we'll talk about a baby bottle. If you warm up a baby bottle on Shabbos, the way you do it is you take water from the urn and then you submerge the baby bottle in a hot water. So is that a problem of Hatzmona? We'll see it's not, but we'll hopefully explain why. Let's take a look. So it's a Reish Nun Ches. A very short siman. Mutzlo niach miboidyoim kli sheyesh boidova kar al gabi kadeira chama. You're allowed to take a kli on the Erev Shabbos, which is cold, and put it on a hot kadeira. She'ein ze katoimim bedova hamosif hevel. Now we know, just to remind ourselves of the rules, that hatzmona means insulating, and there are two types of insulation. There's hatzmona on a dove, which is mosif hevel, which is going to increase heat, and that is also even on Shabbos. So to take something fully wrapped and to put it on a source of heat, such as a hot plate or on a blech or something like that, even from before Shabbos, we're worried. On Shabbos, it's only a problem on something. It's only a problem if it's Eina Mosif Hevel, i.e., let's say you've taken the kigel out of the oven and it's not on a source of heat and you want to insulate it fully in a towel, in a kitchen towel or something like that. That's the problem if it's fully insulated. That's hatzmona. Now, here we're saying you want to take miboidyom from Erev Shabbos, a kli sheyesh dova kar. You've got a kigel, let's say, and it's cold and you want to heat it up and you want to put it on a kli rishon, but it's not al ha'esh, it's just a warm pot. Or even if it is, even if it is on Aish, you're not putting it directly on the source of heat, so therefore that's not considered a problem. Take a look at the Mishnah Berurah, explain it further. Dovakar, Siv Cotton Aleph. Afilu hu dovachai, even if it's raw, Erev Shabbos, so it's before Shabbos, so you can put something which is raw and you're cooking it, that's not a problem. Gam kein shari, there's no problem of hatzmona over here, because you're doing it before Shabbos. She'ein ze katoimen. Rotzolema, what is the difference? Why is it okay? Rotzolema says in the Mishnah Berurah Sifkotan base, Afilu kiso alza kli v'akdei b'godim. Even if you wrap this kli with clothes or towels or whatever, and it's on a hot pot, and therefore it will get warm, it's still allowed. Why? Because the kadeira, the pot upon which you are putting this thing, is not considered a source of heat itself. For example, like gefes, like olive waste, which is moisif hevel. The whole problem over there is you're putting it on something which is Mosif Hevel intrinsically, inherently by itself. But a hot pot of chicken soup is not inherently a Mosif Hevel. On the contrary, just leave it to its own devices, it will just get cooler and cooler. And Dafka to putting this cold thing there from before Shabbos. But doing it on Shabbos where it's fully wrapped would be a problem. Even if the heat is not that hot that it will get to Yad Saledis Bay. On Shabbos you're only allowed to insulate cold to retain the cold. But here, where you're being moiled the chaim, you're sort of generating the heat also that would be awesome. Okay. If the kadeira is not covered in material, if there's not a hatzmona problem, then the only problem is going to be if the food gets to Yad Saledis Bay on Shabbos. Because then you've got a problem of bishul. If you on Shabbos, if you've put it on something which is going to suddenly warm it up, then you've got a problem of bishul. Now this is our baby bottle situation. It's also to take a bottle or vessel, and in it you've got cold liquid, and you put it into another kli, where they've got warm water or warm something in it, even if the liquid in the kli that you want to warm up, even if it won't get to Yatzel Edesbay, Shezehu Hatmona Mamish, because that is pure Hatmona. Because it's fully submerged in it. Now, if you look at number 7, at the first sentence there, but if it's not fully submerged, okay, so when you put a baby bottle in some other bigger cup or something, it's not fully submerged, and therefore that would not be a problem. We'll see another reason in a second why it's okay. But if the liquid which you're heating up is being placed in another keli, and it's so hot that the liquid in the other keli that it could come to Yatzel Edesbay, even if it's not fully submerged, there's a bit which is sort of exposed at the top, and you just want to take the chill off it, but still it will get to Yatzel Edesbay, because you might not leave it there just for a minute, just to take away the chill, and you might leave it there longer, and it may come to Yatzel Edesbay, and therefore there's a chiyuv mishum bishul. See if you doubt it.
If you know that you're only going to leave it in there for a very short time,
it's still a problem. Yeah, and for that reason, some people, I've seen people do this. They take a can of Coke, for example, and they want to put it in the freezer, and they put it there 5 minutes, just they want to get it cold. It's the same problem, because there's discussion whether you can freeze liquids on Shabbos and ice and make ice and not. For Onik Shabbos, people we're Moshe and others are makel. So to make ice cubes on Shabbos, there's lots of reasons to be makel. For example, for orchim or for things like that, or if it's a hot day and you want to make ice cubes on Shabbos, there's plenty of reasons to be makel. But to put something in the freezer like a can of Coke, the concern is you might leave it here. And that's really what this Mishnah is saying, because if you to take a baby bottle and you want to put it, let's say, into the chicken soup, let's say it's power of, it's not milchik, let's say it's formula milk, and you want to put it into the chicken soup, which is ala ish, and it's going to become Yatzel Edesbay, even to put it for a moment is going to be a problem, because Shema Yishkach, and then it will become Yatzel Edesbay. Okay, but stamazay, a baby bottle, let's say for example you've got a baby bottle, and you want to put it into this hot, let's say it's a washing Tedisodime keli, and you put hot water in there, and you want to put the baby bottle in there, there's no problem. Why? Number one, it's not hatmana, because it's not fully submerged. Okay, for it to be hatmana, it's got to be fully submerged. And second of all, this is considered a klisheni, and there's no hatmana in a klisheni, because I've taken the water from the kli rishon, I've put it into this kli, and now I'm putting a baby bottle in there, so therefore I'm doing hatmon in a klisheni. So for both of those reasons, warming up a baby bottle would be okay. And in fact, here in the Shabbos kitchen, he says exactly that. It is prohibited to completely submerge a bottle in hot water on Shabbos. However, a bottle may be immersed in hot water where the prohibition of cooking does not apply. It's not going to come to Yatzel Edesbay, which it won't, if part of it is left uncovered. And then he references Mishnah Berurah. Okay, so heating up, so warming up, taking the chill off baby milk, whatever, is considered okay. Seder? All right.